on to the next round. First stronghold becomes a very different game in the playoffs. You see these defenses on the ground, those breaches, getting 4 out of the 5 of them defeated. They're no longer worth 1 ranking point, but 20 match points. These towers are no longer worth 1 ranking point to capture them. They're worth 25 match points. So what does that mean for us? It means that our scores go up, and they become whole new factors in first stronghold. Defense comes into play much more than it ever did in the qualification rounds. This is about to get very, very interesting. For our first match of the playoff tournament, we've got the number 1 seeded alliance in the red looking across the field at the number 8 seeded alliance in the blue. And without any further ado, let's go ahead and meet these teams, starting us off here in the red alliance with the number 1 seed. This is 28-34.
From Bloomfield Hills, Michigan, it's the Bionic Blackhawks.
And in the middle, the number 1 seeded team, the captain of the number 1 seeded alliance from all the qualification rounds. This is 67.
From Highland, Michigan, driving the hot bod, it's the Heroes of Tomorrow.
And rounding out this number 1 seeded alliance is Team 51.
From Pontiac, Michigan, the Wings of Fire, your number 1 alliance.
That is your number 1 seeded alliance in the red, looking across the field to the number 8 seeded alliance in the blue. Started off with Team 55-30.
From Ann Arbor, it's the Lawn Mowers.
And their partners, the captains of the number 8 seeded alliance. They are your host team. It's 47-76.
From Howell, it's the Scott Pots.
And rounding us out here for quarterfinal 1, match number 1 is Team 10-76.
From Ann Arbor, it's the Pie High Samurais.
We've got a green light at the scores table. We've got a thumbs up all around. Drivers behind the line for quarterfinal 1, match number 1 in 3, 2, 1.
And we're off and running. Pie High Samurais are in position. Got 3 row. Looks like they're going to go for the score. Oh, it's a swing and a miss by the Bionic Blackhawks. And the shot not taken. All right, let's step up and drive. Ball delivered back in by the Red Alliance. Here comes the hot team. Bionic Blackhawks off again on their aim. They fly back over the moat. Hot team's in the middle of the field. Back over to Stonewall. Meanwhile, the Scott Spots making quick work, grabbing another boulder. And they dropped a 5-pointer rip on a top goal. Scott Bots finish off the low bar. They drive up on top of a boulder. Now they move their way around to the other side. Still a tight game. 22 points. Starting to spread it out. 50-30. Last one is the drawbridge on the far side. Pie High Samurai laying down the defense on the far side of the field. Hotbot bails out of there and into the open area of the neutral zone. Pick up one of those low-hanging fruit boulders over to the far side. Making their way through. They scoot past the boulder that was sitting there. Pie High Samurai still messing around in the middle of the field. Pie High Samurai's right up on top of the hot team, driving inside the robot. And they go right past them. Hot team shakes it off. Bionic Blackhawks trying to get into a shooting solution. They back into their outer works and a weak shot at that point. Starting to pull away a little bit. Down to 31 seconds to go in the match. Hot team driving their way in. Down to 25 seconds. The bumpers are getting ripped off of the Pie High Samurais. Got 1, 2, 3. Still got 14 seconds left. Hot team drags it, shoots and scores. Arms going up. Got 9 seconds. 8. Down to 7 seconds. Hot team's going up on a climb. They're going up to the joint with 3, 2, 1, and done. This one is over. All right, quarterfinals 1 is in the books. Let's take a look and read it. 173, a new high score to 101. The Red Alliance takes a 1-0 lead.